let's get a few things straight. First of all, my hair's terrible. I know that. We're not going to talk about that. And I've been away for about 2 weeks or so at this point because I went to Italy and I went to Switzerland. My dad was on a business trip and he was like, "Oh, I can take you with me." And I went because it's not every day that your father just asks you to go to Italy. So I went there and I saw a lot of things. I felt a lot of things. There were a lot of beautiful women. And we're going to end it there. I'm sorry that it's been delayed. And here I am. I actually made a little short film recording my trip, but for some reason YouTube won't allow me to use this Italian lounge jazz music because copyrights. Fuck YouTube. Although I am on YouTube, still, that's one thing about YouTube that I hate. Copyrights that nobody asked for. Anyways, I saw a lot of movies because I was on a trip. I saw 6 movies, which is a lot, and we're going to review all of them right here, right now, separately. So the first film is Fantastic Planet. Most people don't really know about this movie. It's a 72-minute animated film made in the 70s, and it definitely feels like the 70s because it's got some of the most surreal animations I have ever seen. It's on the level of Monty Python's Terry Gilliam's animation. There's this one animated scene with this creature that looks so weird. It basically grabs angels from the or creatures from the air, shakes them to death, and just drops them on the ground. He doesn't even eat it. He doesn't even eat his victims. He just shakes them, drops them on the ground, and it's some of the weirdest things you'll ever see. The creatures in this movie are strange and surreal, and they're really interesting to watch. And the delivery of the film mostly is very much so in monotone, because the film is about this alien race that basically treats humans as pets, as little just creatures, little pests like mosquitoes, because if the alien is the size of this DVD, the humans are basically the size of a real fly. The aliens are big. The humans are not civilized. And in a strange way, the monotone delivery works in this movie because it's very science-y. It's very, strangely enough, intelligent, and it makes the aliens seem much, much more inhuman than the human characters, because the human characters do have a much more monotone delivery than most films, but they have a little more of a human element to them. They laugh, they cry, they scream in pain. The aliens don't do that at all, and it makes those two kinds of creatures differentiate from each other very well. And the problem with the film, though, is that there is this message within the film, and it could be interpreted in so many ways. It's either, we need human emotions to go forward in society, or the selfish nature of the humankind. But like I said, the animation is weird. It's very, very, very surreal. It's very interesting. But because of that, it kind of distracts you from the message. You're more interested in these weird creatures, in these weird aliens. These creatures, seriously, these little creatures in this movie are so interesting to watch. There's this one scene where the King of the Humans are like, "We need to see if you're loyal to us." And then he straps an alligator-like creature onto one of the hero's belly, and then there's this other guy with the alligator's thing strapped onto his belly too, and they fight with the alligators. In the end, the hero's alligator biting the other guy's neck open. It's weird, it's stupid, it's weird, but it's so much fun to watch. And while you're watching all this, you don't really have a lot of time to question these moral elements of the film, which makes it so distracting. So it's probably a great movie because the animation is just so good, but I still think it's a thoughtful film, but it's way too distracting when it comes to style. The style really is much more concentrated than the substance in this movie. Is it extremely interesting, and can it provoke thoughts? Yes. I just feel like it's more of a style over substance film that's interesting enough to be good and thoughtful enough to be not totally pretentious and unfocused, but it could have used some more focus within the movie. I say it's a 3 out of 4. Is it worth a watch? Yeah, I think it would be really good if you're high. I'm not high. I wasn't high. I don't have any pot, so but it's still fun. It's still kind of interesting to watch. It's a 3 out of 4. That was the first movie I reviewed. 5 more movies to go. Bye.